How you doing today, girly?
I'm feeling good. I miss seeing you every day. I think I need to stop saying that every single time, but it's true. I
It's
miss
true.
seeing you. Oh my
I miss
God.
you.
I
I
know.
miss you. I mean, we really we just
Work,
held the fort down, right?
yes. Work girlfriends, like work friends. And I was reading something where it was like it doesn't matter if you're the same age. I've seen work best friends, like
Yeah.
somebody that's 20 and somebody that's 60.
Yeah,
Not
you're
that
20, I'm 100. That's
no,
how I feel.
that's not what I'm insinuating. I'm saying doesn't matter. I think we could be
No.
the exact same age, but it's so funny how you kind of go through everything together
Yeah,
and there's a friendship that can last for the rest of your life.
it's true. It's true. I mean, in my goodbye post, that's what I said. I was like, it's you don't take anything with you, especially even though we're in these sort of ego-driven jobs. We
Yeah.
don't take anything with us when we leave. It's
Yeah.
not like we take, it's just it's done. Once you're out of there, you'll get replaced. I'm not saying this about you, but I'm just saying in
Yeah,
the
it's
media
true.
business in general, nobody's like, um, you know, I appreciate any listeners or viewers who have that loyalty to you. But at the end of the day, you're forgotten, you're out the door, and it's like,
On to the next one.
yeah, on to the next one, whoever's talking to me over the airwaves.
Yeah.
And
It's true.
you do take your friendships with you. You're
Mhm.
not going to get rid of me, Meredith.
Okay, good. I can still go to like a restaurants with you and you'll meet up with me for like
Yeah.
I was gonna say hangovers, but a potential hangover.
Yeah.
That's
Hangover
funny, dude.
reducing get-togethers. Let's do it. Hey,
I
I read
know.
this is just off the top of my head. I should have done my proper research, but
Okay.
my husband Doug told me the other day that I was eating cheese and drinking wine, and he was like, "Did you know that cheese, when you eat cheese prior to drinking, they found that there's a compound or component of it or ingredient of it that is the opposite of hangover inducing. If you eat cheese with your alcohol, you're less likely to be hungover." So you don't have to ask twice. I'll eat
Oh
more
my
cheese.
God.
It's
Cheese
good news.
and wine, cheese and tequila, queso, obviously.
Mhm,
Yeah, cheese
mhm.
goes with everything. I was talking to my dad. We always catch up on the weekends, and he was like talking about how he's just eating chicken and broccoli and this and that. He goes, "But I'm not eliminating cheese. I don't care. I'll never get rid of it." And it's so true. I can't. I mean, cheese and like wine, maybe
Yeah,
chocolate every now and then. Literally, I'm not. It's not going to stop anytime soon.
no. Isn't that the best nutritious nutritional news you've heard this week,
Yeah, yeah,
this
and it
month?
totally makes sense. And I also
Mhm.
realize that maybe I have a problem, but that's okay. A cheese problem.
Yesterday, I came home and I cut the cheese
Yeah, you cut the
and I
cheese.
poured a glass of wine and I was doing squats at the same time. I'm like, I said to myself, I can either sit down and relax and
Yeah.
enjoy the glass of wine, or I can work out. And I'm like, Roxanne, you can have it all. You
Yeah,
can
you
do both.
can. Yeah.
So, so I drank my wine and did squats while I was drinking my wine. And I'm like, is this, just do they cancel each other out? Or is it not worth my time? Is it worth my time? So
And the result, the answer
I,
is
the winners were, because I actually did it like on a little IG post, and the winner was better than nothing. Better than
exactly.
nothing.
What else am I supposed to do right
Yeah.
now?
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love cheese. If somebody gave me a Valentine's gift of like a box of different cheeses, that would be the most romantic thing anybody's ever done for me. I
Yes. Yes.
I know. With Valentine's Day coming up and us always getting chocolates, are you guys doing anything or have you been married and with Doug, your husband, for such a long time, like me? Do we care
Hmm.
about Valentine's Day anymore? Do we have
Okay.
expectations?
I feel really bad about this, but I am not a commercial holiday type of person. Now,
Okay.
if Doug came home and didn't do anything for me and didn't have a card and didn't do anything, I would be sad. But
Right.
I'm not one of these like plan weeks in advance. I am a deadline oriented person. I'm going to go look for his card at the last minute, and
Yeah.
it's just something that I'm not saying it becomes a chore, but when you have 9 million other activities and things you have to worry about, it's hard. So I probably need some reminder to bring the romance to my life and celebrate Valentine's Day and dress up in a pretty outfit,
I was talking
sexy
to
outfit.
a well-known therapist in town,
Uh-huh.
and she said, "Well, if you want to spice up your relationship," she's like, "you don't have to overthink it." She's like, "Does your husband take like a briefcase or like a bag to work, a computer bag?" And I was like, "Yeah." every day he goes to work that he brings it. And she goes, just put a pair of your panties in there.
Oh, that's cute.
She's like, it'll remind him of you. She's like, I would recommend that they're clean, but you leave that up to you if you want. And but it'll be embarrassing, but it'll also make him blush, but it'll also have you on his mind for the rest of the day in anticipation, for that stuff.
Or you could put them in there, and in my household, Doug would be like, "Do you want me to fold these for you?" Like that's what he would think I was doing. Your underwear ended up in my bag in my briefcase. I'll fold them for you. You know what he does? Sometimes when the cleaners come, and if we have a lot of laundry, I'm like, please, can we have them fold the laundry? Especially now that I'm like working and not back full speed. I treat myself to that. And you know what he does for me? I'm like, oh no, they're coming today, Doug. I've got to go. So I don't want other people folding my underwear except me.
Okay.
So he will pick my underwear out of the dryer and set it aside for me.
He conceals, he hides your underwear so nobody else can find them.
I mean, I don't want to fold people's underwear, and nobody needs to fold my underwear, So
okay, I have a question. Are you folding your underwear, or are we just throwing it into the drawer?
Well, so that's the thing too. It doesn't need to be folded. It doesn't need to be folded. So
it's all the same.
Gives it to me. I put it in my drawer. Yeah,
that's so funny. So when I'm doing the kids' laundry, I should do the same thing that I do with mine, which is just like stuff it in there and shut the drawer because I got to do a million other things. But with the girls, it's like I lay it on top of each other and I stack it up and then I put it away. I mean, they're not big or anything like that. So, but I don't know why I do that, but I take care of them way better than I take care of myself, apparently.
Oh yeah, I do like a 3-fold little thing with my daughters. Yeah, and put them in a nice little cubby.
Yeah. Why do we do that? That's such a waste of time. It's underwear.
Right. And take care of yourself first.
I know.
So anyhow, what are you guys going to do for Valentine's Day? You strike me as someone who's well prepared and has plans and thoughtful gifts.
Okay, he left, so we're good.
He's nearby lurking.
Right. So initially I was just going to get him a card. Okay, just a Valentine's Day card, and I was going to write the most romantic, sweet, like love of my life, so happy to have you kind of, situation, and maybe use Chat GPT to help out. And he would never know.
And sign it at the bottom. And I would
never done that before.
I would like to have robot sex with you as well.
Yeah, please.
Not only ChatGPT is going to write my card for you, but then we're also going to involve a robot,
sexual stuff, an AI robot. Yes. So okay. But then I put a lot of thought into the girls stuff. So I want to know about if you're doing anything for your girls. I'm a big fan of the Dollar Tree. Don't know if you enjoy the Dollar Tree. Huge fans. Okay. Big time. So I went last week because it's going to be crazy this week. Right. And I got all the teachers' cards. I got Anthony's card, and then, stuff for the girls. And so this year I'm deciding, since obviously they're a little older, I want to do a Valentine's basket for each one of them. And I want them to wake up to it when I'm not here, and they'll be able to run down.
Basket.
Yes, essentially, but for Valentine's Day. And they're not allowed to have slime in the house. So I got them each a slime because I obviously want to torture myself. But I got gummy bears, Rochera for whatever chocolates those are. The Rochera. Yeah. And then, so Aubrey's I think I told you this last episode that we've been working on Aubrey and her getting her own Stanley, right?
Yes.
And she's on a point system. Well, she doesn't know this, but by the end of tonight, she will be up to 20 points to get her Stanley. So I ordered her a pink and orange Stanley cup. So that'll be in there for her. And then Olivia's bigger present right before Christmas, I made the mistake of taking this little ass into the Dollar Tree. And I love her, but she acted up and she made a huge scene. And that's why I just called her an ass. I was like, what is going on? She wanted this one $5 little thing here because apparently it's not the Dollar Tree anymore. It's the $5 tree.
Yes.
But it was right before Christmas. I had already bought a million presents for her. I'm not buying another present 3 days before Christmas. Well, guess what? They had said item there at the store. So I picked up the one gift that she wanted before Christmas that she didn't get. Anyway, that's what I'm doing
Aw,
for the girls.
you're making me feel like a bad mom. Thanks,
No.
Meredith. No, you know what? I called Doug on my way home today. I was like, well, this is when I was supposed to do my Valentine's Day shopping. He's like, for who? I told you I didn't want anything. I go, for the girls. He's
Yeah.
like, we get them stuff all the
All
time.
the time.
They're loaded up with
Yep.
candies
Crap.
from
Yes.
their exchanges. So
Yep.
I don't know what I'm. Oh, you know what my mom did for us? This was amazing. She made. Hi.
Hello. Take your time. I can edit this part out.
Or just leave it in.
It's funny. I was like, oh, I could just leave this in because it might be funny. But then I saw your legs kind of open. I'm not going to leave that in.
I'm sitting like, yeah. Woo!
Because I thought that would be funny to leave in. And I was like, I can't leave it in now.
Oh my God. No. Okay. Yeah, no. Totally. Oh, that's gonna be fun. You're just showing me what that is.
I could put like a little censored thing.
That
Like
is
a
bad.
set, like
Totally,
like a.
no.
I'm just joking, but that'd be
I
fun.
completely have my legs spread because I've got this chair jammed up in them. Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Sorry for that. So anyhow, my mom did this amazing craft for the girls and for me. So it's
Yeah.
an advent calendar with
Oh.
Valentine's.
Oh, that's
So
so cute.
she did paint. So we have to scratch the paint off, and then it says something she loves about us every single day. It is so stinking cute.
Oh my, see, now I feel like a bad parent. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's
I didn't do it.
adorable.
My mom did, and she doesn't work, and she's retired, and so it's okay. But
Okay.
yeah, I know.
I don't feel
Yeah.
so bad now. So this is the first year this is the first year I'm doing something for the girls. And it's because I feel like past years I've been so if you want me to be honest, so overwhelmed with my
Yeah.
workload.
Yeah.
I had no extra energy or space to do anything. But since they changed something at work, I had a
Uh-huh.
little bit more allotted
Yeah.
time
Okay,
for
good.
me and the family.
Mhm.
Since we're doing like more web stuff, which is,
Yeah.
what I'm used to. And by that, I mean like YouTube stuff. Anyway, so that's why it was the first year
I
where I felt like I could breathe for a second and do something nice for somebody else.
I'm so happy to hear that because I've been thinking more and more like when you just load down working moms, working, just working parents in general, it's so hard to juggle. When you as an employer load someone down with so much stuff that you can't ever escape it, you
No.
can't come home and spend quality time with your kids and not feel like you have 9 million other things to do. They're wreaking havoc on your brain. It's just too
Yeah,
taxing.
it was bad. It was bad for a little while. So anyway, it's alleviated a
I'm
little bit.
happy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but with you starting your new gig, which by the way, you've
Mhm.
been doing for a long time and filling in, and you've been doing TV
Yes.
for a while. So yeah, so you have an adjustment period as well that's going to be happening. That's going to take over your life. But are
Okay,
you, go ahead.
what just hit me today because I'm loving this schedule. Yeah, I can talk to you about this because we both did it for so long, but the naps, like I used to
Oh,
have to I would need a nap every day, waking up as early as I did. And if I didn't, it just ruined my day. And that's all you're really thinking about. When you do shift work, which
yeah.
since we do shift work that early, you're like, when am I going to get to bed? And it takes up part of your brain wondering, when am I going to get that moment to rest? Because if you don't do that, if you don't think about it and fight for it, you won't.
Right.
And then you feel terrible and you have to give that to yourself. It's like you have to eat. You have to find
Yeah.
time to cook a meal for yourself or get yourself something to eat. You have to find time to get those extra hours that you're not getting overnight. So that part of my brain is shut off now. So I literally wake up at a normal time, wake up with the girls, go to work. All of that is plus, excellent. I love it. There's one thing though that's changed. You can't have both. You can't have
Okay.
both.
Yeah, you're
This is
right.
what I gave up, and this is what you have. So this is a good thing. You know what I do not have anymore?
But
And I didn't realize it until someone said it today. I don't have highly coveted alone time in my house.
oh man, if I don't have alone time every now and then, I go crazy. I
My,
literally like I get an itch. Like, please just leave for an hour or two.
yeah, I mean, this is my house.
Right?
The kids came, they chose me as their mom. They came to live here. It's my house. I need to have
And they're
my
never leaving.
privacy and my domain. Yeah, and they're not leaving. So I used to have that window of time. I didn't have it every day, but where I could come home, beat them home from school, and have a couple hours to
Yeah.
myself. And that it was just, it's the best time in the world. It's quiet. You come in,
Yeah.
open the fridge, get the food you want.
Yes.
No one's going, Mom, I need this, Mom, I need that, da, 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 da. And it's peaceful. And I will never have, I mean, as it is now, I come home from work and they're already here. I leave for work and I drop them off at school and then I go to work.
And you go to work.
And
Are there
Doug's here
days
too.
with your schedule now, are there going to be days where maybe you can leave a little bit earlier? Just as an example, I don't know your schedule, but like at
Mhm.
1 o'clock or 1:30, where you can just be like, okay, I'm going to come home because I need some downtime.
I should still have one day where I can
Okay.
sneak a little tiny bit in,
Yeah.
but it's not like it used to be. And alone time in the house, Doug gets a lot of it. My husband gets a lot of it, and I'm quite jealous because but then when you're alone in the house, he does some cleaning, then you are obligated to clean because then you're like, no kids are here, nobody's here to mess it up. I need to
I
put this
agree.
house how it needs to be.
I agree. Even if you wait till the last second, and Anthony
Mhm.
did this yesterday. He worked from home yesterday, and I swear to God, or was it the day before? It doesn't matter. And he had been home all day, and I got home late with the kids, and I walk in the door, and he's just starting to do the dishes that were in the sink from the night before. And I looked at him, I'm like, "Did you just? Are we just?" And I was like, "Well, at least he's doing it, so I won't say anything."
Needs to
But
do
in
it.
my head, I would have been like, why do guys wait till the last second?
Yeah.
Like they hear the garage door coming up and they're like,
Right.
whoop, they pick up the broom or they're
Exactly.
vacuuming.
Exactly.
What are you doing? I don't know if it's a normal thing, but I've dated people like that before too.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm the problem. I don't know. I'm
No.
picking people that do that. But okay. So we didn't get to if you and Doug. So you guys
Yeah.
doing anything at all? A card for Valentine's Day?
I mean, I'll get him a card. I was thinking about getting him this on my
Ooh,
arm. Remember I told you last week my obsession with
yes.
my Whoop.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about getting him a Whoop so we can like exchange Whoop scores about how did you sleep? How did you sleep? Really
That's
get into
cute.
like
Yeah.
culty, what's your body doing behavior.
Yeah.
And like, like a competitive thing with your spouse. Like how many steps did you get? I mean, you can do that on your Apple Watch, or
Right.
your phone. But so I'm thinking about that. But then I'm also thinking of like doing something romantic, like a skit or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But
Okay.
listen, but I
What are
told you
we
this.
talking about? You mean
But I told you
like
this.
role playing?
Yes, but listen, I'm not like it's not like naughty nurse.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
get that out of your mind.
Okay.
Like will it result in something? Probably because that's the whole point is like to be romantic on Valentine's Day. But it's more like we like the acting. I know that sounds nutty as all
No,
get
it
out,
doesn't. It doesn't sound nutty
but
to me.
like we haven't done this in forever. And I'm thinking about if I can muster up the energy. It's like you're motivating me. So I'm glad we're having this discussion
Okay. Yeah.
to do a character. And so like like one time he got some blood work done
Uh-huh.
and so I got the report back and then I was like, hey, I'll book the appointment with Alicia for you and you can have your appointment with Alicia and you can go through it. And he was like, oh, okay. And then so he's thinking like it was going to be a Zoom call. So I was like, just make sure you're home at 2 so you can talk to Alicia about your blood work.
Yeah.
And then when he came home at 2, I opened the door. I was like, I'm Alicia. I'm your and it's just the great like people are like, you're insane, Roxanne. But I went through his blood work, but here's the thing. Like we're sitting there totally in character. I guess he's Doug cheating on me with Alicia, but I'm Alicia. But it's like you get to see your spouse, like how they flirt with someone and how
Yeah.
so I'm thinking about doing something like that. I
That's
don't know.
fun. You
It
could
is fun.
do what did
It's an
Alicia do?
exchange.
She checking like his blood sugar
She
or
was a
like
nurse. No, she
she
went
was
through
a
all
nurse.
his nutritional stuff with him. She went through all his
Why don't you
nutrition.
try to be a physical therapist and give him a massage or something?
Done that. Good one. Her name was Sabrina.
um
but
there's
but
a Sabrina. Ooh.
this is going way, way,
Yeah.
way back, like a
Yeah.
long time ago. So
Does he have like a thing? Maybe if he likes teachers or a category that he likes, maybe.
now you're thinking,
Yeah,
okay.
maybe. Maybe. I don't
Hmm.
know. I don't know.
Okay.
There's lots of ideas though. That's exciting. I like that. Anthony is not into that. I will say he's not big into character roles or anything
Hmm.
because when I say I have costumes and outfits galore, I have anything and everything you could potentially. You want me to be a Girl Scout? I got you right here, Girl Scout. Do you want me to be like a little Playboy bunny? Hop, hop, hop. Here I come. You want me to be a little maid, a little French maid, and then I can clean
The
the
Flintstones.
house, and
This
my
happens
little
in the
skirt
fall.
will come up a little bit.
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa.
Yes. Mais oui, bonjour. I can do it. I can do it. I can be a little cowgirl, all that. He's not into it. He's just like, can
Yeah.
I just have the person I married? I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
He can't
I
he
love that.
can't break, what is it, break the fourth wall? No, he does break the fourth wall.
He
I forget
does.
what.
He
Yes,
can't
he
zone
can't.
in on that.
He
He'll
he
watch
can't.
it by himself, I'm sure, but he's not doing that with me. Oh my God. Okay. So and lastly, to wrap up our
Yeah,
Valentine's Day thing, I felt guilty because I'm doing stuff for the girls and I have a nice card for Anthony. And Anthony doesn't want anything. He doesn't, but there's one thing he needs. Anthony needs some sneakers.
okay,
He has
okay.
a hole in his sneaker that
Mhm,
he still
mhm.
wears to the gym. So his big toe will pop out and it's embarrassing. So really it's a gift for me because you're embarrassing the family, but also this is what you need. So I think I'm going to do that.
Now you don't have to wear a bag over your head when you're with
Right.
him with your toe popping out.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's the only kind of role
Oh my
playing he
god.
would probably like.
Oh my god. I love it.